Hi dragonflies, how is everybody? I really hope you're well. I need to apologise before I do anything else for the horrific quality of this video. I wasn't planning a video, it's very impromptu, so I don't have my microphone. I'm in a marquee, my husband's marquee that he built for his events business, and it is incredibly windy, so I may end up doing a Dorothy and get blown away with the marquee. But it is going to be quite noisy, I'm afraid. So I will try my best to, oh hi, I will try my very best to be as audible as I can. So I'm here with Bonnie. I think you've seen Bonnie a few times in some videos, but not actually as my sidekick. So this is you, and she's being very, very good at the moment. I think she may end up seeing a pigeon or a magpie or something in a minute and end up sort of launching herself off my lap. Has anyone else got a sausage dog? And they do that. You're supposed to really, really look after their backs, right? And not let them jump off of anything. Yeah, you try stopping them. You try stopping a sausage dog doing anything. If you look at the colour of her harness, this is because she's been digging holes, which you love to do, don't you? You're a big fan of hole digging, so that's fine. Anyway, I digress, because she's very distracting, because she's gorgeous. Anyway, I am really sorry that I sort of disappeared again. I made a couple of videos after losing my dad, thinking I was ready to come back, and it soon became very clear that I wasn't remotely ready. And I retreated into my little, yeah, please don't lick my face. Yeah, I know, we have kisses later. Yeah, I retreated back into my little hobbit hole and, to be honest, crafted a lot. I crafted a lot, and that's kind of one of the things we're going to talk about. Yeah, I know, you're gorgeous, I know. So I am back because I do love making these videos. I love you guys. And my dad was a massive champion of this channel, so it's ridiculous for me not to be doing them. But I do warn you that they may be kind of, you know, higgledy-piggledy, and there may be times when I disappear off again. I'll try not to, but we'll see how it goes. Also, as my dad would say, I currently have eyes like two holes in the snow. Because I've had a sort of coldy thing that turned into an eye infection, and it's all cheery here, it's all fun and games. Anyway, however, there are some good things, sorry, to tell you about, and one of them is the thing I'm most excited about. Now, when I first lost my dad, I retreated into doing my tarot deck. When I say doing my tarot deck, that doesn't make a lot of sense. You can tell this is very impromptu because it's going to be the worst dilly waffle ever with the background of the gale. But yeah, when that happened, I retreated into digitalizing my hand-drawn tarot deck, so drawing it on the computer, in case you hadn't already figured that very easy thing out. So I then thought quite recently, do you know what? Something's telling me to get this printed. And so I have. Now, I've only done a sample copy just to see what it's like and to see if there's anything I want to change or redo. But I'm going to give you a sneaky little peek of what it looks like so far. Now, I haven't got pots of money to be going to really expensive printers, so we're talking pure basics here. But that said, oh, there's a gunk on it. Was that you? Here is the Tarot of the Hidden Folk. I cried when this arrived. I was so excited. It's not perfect, but it's mine, and I'm think it will become available for people to buy at some point. Why did I do this with the dog on my lap? Why? Why do I do this to myself? You're stealing my shot, Bonnie. Oh, you don't care, do you? You have no... Right, shall I go this side? Would that help? She's brilliant. I love this dog so much. Okay, so, yeah, Tarot of the Hidden Folk. Here it is. And the back. I shall just read you the back briefly. The Tarot of the Hidden Folk began life as a scruffy little hand-drawn deck made to help me as I was learning to read tarot. There was... We'll just await the gusts of wind to dissipate. Oh, look at me using a word like dissipate. Don't know where that came from. Right, anyway. There was never a real intention to print or publish the deck. It was always just for me. Do you expect anything other than this level of chaos from me, really? What are we doing? There. We're going to go there. All right? We're going to sit there. Okay? Or do you want to go back on the floor? What do you want to do? Go back on the ground? You going to go back on the ground? Or are you just going to bark to come back up? Yeah, I know. Should we pop on the ground? Yeah, we should pop on the ground for a second then. There we go. Right, let's try that again. Oh. I mean, do you expect anything else from a Dilly video other than pure, unadulterated lunacy? Where was I? Then, in October 2025, my dad passed away. I needed something to focus on to take me away from the sometimes overwhelming grief. And so I set about reproducing the illustration. Do you know what it's barking at? This is another thing. If anyone else has a sausage dog, they'll know that you cannot stop them barking. So what with that, no microphone in the wind, this is going to be fun. Bonnie, quiet. Good girl. Good girl. She's just doing that because you're here. Anyway, where was I? I needed something to focus on to take me away from the sometimes overwhelming grief, and so I set about reproducing the illustrations in digital form. As I worked, I felt my dad with me, encouraging me. Something told me I should try and get this deck out in the world. So here it is, in memory of my beloved dad. It's not perfect, it's not the best artwork in the world, but it's mine, it's real, no AI here. And I hope it transforms you to a magical, whimsical place as you read. Dilly. So there it is. I'll give you a quick kind of flick through. Well, not a flick through, because I think they might blow away along with me and the marquee and the dog. So yeah, there are the backs of the cards, and here they all are. Look, I've got a tarot deck. I've made a tarot deck, guys. I can't believe it. It was never intended to be an actual thing, other than just, you know, some scruffy old cards that I'd scribbled on just for my own sort of use, really. But yeah, there it is. So yeah, like I said, I've only got this one copy. I may have to change a couple of bits and bobs on it. We'll see. But I also now, this is hilarious, I have a Patreon. Yeah, I do. I have a Patreon. All I know about it really is that I have one. That's basically where it begins and ends. I don't really know what to do with it yet, but my thinking is that those of you that are then interested in things like the tarot deck, and eventually, as and when, if and when it becomes available, you can go there to buy it, I think. Can you do that on Patreon? Can you? Sorry, I keep getting distracted by my dog. Who wouldn't? Yeah, so I'm going to keep that and can keep the Patreon for that kind of creative side, and I will do a walkthrough video of the deck as it is now at some point, just to keep you all involved in the process. Yes, but I can't guarantee when I'm going to do that, purely because I'm so disorganised and I know nothing about using Patreon. So yeah, this could be fun. Let's try and put Dilly on 2 different platforms and see how that goes, because I'm so good at this one. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing I'm most excited about talking to you about, is the tarot deck. Now, you'll have to excuse my horrific hands and nails. I know I say this a lot, but one of the other things I've been doing, as I said, was crafting. And it's become a thing. I've been making, well, I haven't been making, that's not true. I've been obsessively painting anything that's made of unfinished wood, basically. I've also painted anything that has sat still for long enough, including the dog. Probably the cat, oh no, definitely the cats, because at least Nugget has walked in the paint and then trodden it all around the house. And I think probably my daughter has probably been painted at some point. Yeah, so anything that's unpainted wood, I've basically painted. And I was loving it, and just, I'd sit out in the sunshine, now that we have sunshine, and just paint and enjoy the sounds of the birds and spend time with the dog, and it's just been really, really lovely and healing. But one of the things I've been obsessively painting is peg dolls. I've been making little pagan peg dolls. Because that's a normal thing to do, right? That's what we all do when we need to heal, right? We paint pagan peg dolls. But I painted a million of these things, and several people who've seen them said, oh my god, you should sell them. And I'm like, oh, it really bothers me when that happens. Bless, my mum is one of the main culprits. She does love to say, oh, you can make money out of that, oh, you can make money out of that, and it's not. I think that sometimes takes the joy out of doing things. However, that said, there is a wonderful lady who has become a very, very dear friend of mine called Bex, and she runs on the Isle of Wight this wonderful, wonderful event called the Mystic Market. And she's done she's done one, I think, thus far here at the hubby's venue, but she runs them, I think, monthly on the Isle of Wight. And I suddenly thought that I want to be part of that. That sounds really, really fun. And it's a chance to meet more of the sort of like-minded community on the Isle of Wight, because I've been very solitary in my practice. Okay, genuinely thought I was off to see the wizard at that point. Anyway, yeah, so I decided I really wanted to be part of the Mystic Market, so I painted more things, all pagan-y themed, pagan witchy themed, out of wood, and I might put a couple of little insert photos up of a couple of bits, maybe, I don't know, it depends how scared I am, but I'm going to start selling those, and hopefully, if I can get enough printed in time, if I can afford to get enough printed in time, hopefully the tarot deck will also be available, as well as my little painted things. But I'm doing it all under Dragonfly Dilly because I like Dragonfly Dilly. I like who she is. I like that version of me, even though she's frankly a little bit off a rocker. But that's just me. So, and I'm losing my train of thought again. This is why you watch, though, isn't it? Just for the kind of dilly roulette. Is she going to completely and utterly crash out, as my daughter would say? And again, I think I'm using that wrong again. Anyway, so yes, the first one, for those of you that are on the Isle of Wight, or who might wish to venture to the Isle of Wight, the first one is on the 23rd of May. The first one I'm doing, it's not the first Mystic Market, it's very well established. I think there are something like 40 stall holders maybe. May have got that wrong. But go and check them out on Facebook. Yeah, 23rd of May at the Riverside Centre in Newport on the Isle of Wight. I will be there with my little stall, such as it is, hopefully with some of these, I don't know yet, and with some little pagan peg people and boxes and little pocket altars I've made, a Wheel of the Year, just a load of basically anything that I could find that wasn't pinned down, I painted. And yeah, and come and check out all the other wonderful stall holders. There's lots of kind of mystical, whimsical stalls there, and crafters and makers. So yeah, come and support it, because Bex is lovely. She's put in so much work to make this event happen. And as I say, they are monthly, so if you are on the Isle of Wight, please do go and check them out. So yeah, I think that was everything I was going to say. Have I forgotten anything? Oh, tarot practice! I've got to be honest, there hasn't been a lot of tarot practice. I've done more readings for other people recently than I have for me. And I don't know why. It just hasn't sat right with me. But yeah, tarot practice, I've kind of left it alone a little bit, and I've not bought a new tarot deck. My low buy, or my one in one out, has been working brilliantly, except the more I've gone out than I've come in. So I'm quite proud of myself, but I think it's because I'm getting picky. I'm getting really picky. I'm looking at all the ones that were on my kind of wish list that I did in a previous video, and none of them have actually made me go, I have to buy it, I have to. You know, money's tight for everybody at the moment, so I think we all are maybe getting a little bit more picky and a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Discerning, I think, I hope. But it's, yeah, I will get back into it, and I've just been relying really heavily, really, on my witchcraft to kind of get me through. That's been much more helpful than the tarot, actually, at this point. But I will go back to it because I love it. I'll go back to it properly and fully at some point soon. Anyway, I don't know if there's anything else to say. There may be, but I think I've probably sort of waffled on more than enough. A 20-minute video. Okay, we're going to cut some of that down because there's probably stuff in there that you really are not going to want to know about. Thank you so much if you managed to stick with me this far. I do hope to be back with some proper videos. Do go find me on Patreon. I think it's patreon.com/dragonflydilly. Yeah, something along those lines. Maybe I'll put it in the notes on this video. I can't promise there's going to be anything much on there right away, but hopefully at some point there will be. Anyway, I love you all. Take care. Sorry for being disorganised rubbish and just spouting stuff, and for sort of disappearing on you. Take care, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Bye bye.